Under the scorching sun, Eliza, 8, kneels, creating art with vibrant chalk on the backyard concrete. Rosalyn watches from the kitchen window, her coffee growing cold as a black SUV tears into the driveway. Richard steps out, followed by Teresa and Kevin. Tension hangs heavy in the air. Twin boys on balance bikes descend, their small wheels grinding Eliza's chalk dreams into dust. Richard's voice cuts through the chaos. "I've decided to sell the house. Rosalyn, you'll move into the garage apartment." Rosalyn stands motionless as Richard, Teresa, and the realtor discuss the house sale, their voices a constant murmur. Teresa and Kevin gesture excitedly, painting vivid images of remodeling plans in the air. Eliza stands alone, her hands deftly folding a paper snowflake into a precise, sharp triangle. Rosalyn's voice cuts through the noise, a gentle directive. "Go get your shoes, sweetie. We're going to go see Grandma Ruth." Rosalyn and Eliza cautiously re-enter the house, shadows clinging to them as they descend into the dark basement. Behind the old freezer, a hidden compartment yields documents and a letter from Grandma Ruth, bathed in dim light. As Rosalyn reads, a fierce resolve hardens her features, the truth about the trust dawning in her eyes. Clutching the documents, Rosalyn's gaze hardens. She is no longer a fixer, but a fighter, ready to confront. Rosalyn and Eliza enter room 214, where sunlight streams through the window, illuminating dust motes in the air. Grandma Ruth, frail yet sharp, sits overlooking the garden, her eyes holding a lifetime of untold stories. She extends a trembling hand, offering Rosalyn a tarnished brass key, its metal worn smooth with age. "I didn't tell him everything, Rose," Ruth whispers, her voice raspy with urgency and secrets. "Go to the basement, behind the freezer. Don't let him take that house, Rosalyn. The light is honest there." Rosalyn strains, flashlight beam dancing, as she uncovers a hidden compartment behind the heavy freezer in the damp basement. Inside, she finds a sturdy lockbox and thick manila envelope. Her trembling hands grasp the cold metal. A trust amendment reveals she is the new trustee. Bank statements expose her father's embezzlement. The flashlight beam shakes violently as the full extent of his betrayal crashes over her, shattering her world. In the dimly lit kitchen, Eliza sketches a house with a reinforced lock, a silent promise etched in each line. Rosalyn cancels automatic transfers, severing financial ties with cold precision on her laptop. Shadows lengthen as Rosalyn's resolve hardens, a silent battle waged in the heart of their home. Picking up the phone, Rosalyn's voice is a steely whisper in the gathering dark. "Jim, it's Rosalyn. I have a trust dispute. A big one," she says, her words hanging heavy with unspoken.
At the mahogany dining table, the laptop displays the audit trail. The screen's glow illuminating a face set in grim focus. The silence in the dining room is heavy, broken only by the insistent buzz of the phone. Caller ID, Dad. Teresa calls, but a detached calm washes over me, a stark contrast to the old panic. Eliza enters, her eyes drawn to the buzzing phone and the ominous packed boxes, a silent hanging in the air. "We are staying," I say, my voice firm. The boxes are just clutter. An SUV screeches into the driveway, tearing up the lawn. My father explodes from the vehicle, his face a mask of fury. Teresa's car arrives as he rattles the locked front door, demanding answers from within. Behind the glass, I stand firm, arms crossed, an unyielding barrier against his rage. His voice booms. "Why hasn't my mortgage cleared?" My reply cuts like ice. "I cancelled the transfers." My father and Teresa stand before me, their faces masks of anger as I reveal Grandma Ruth's trust alteration. I mention the forged signatures. Teresa's accusation rings. "You are selfish." My voice, unwavering, breaks the silence. "You are no longer welcome." The car tears through the lawn, a final, violent retreat in.
Rosalyn sips coffee, eyes fixed on the tablet's security feed, where deep ruts mar the dewy grass. The phone rings, Nurse Sarah flashing urgently. "Rosalyn, you need to get here." Nurse Sarah's voice breaks through, laced with rising alarm. "Your father is in your grandmother's room with some man, and they're being very aggressive." Rosalyn's face hardens, a storm of determination brewing behind her eyes. The coffee sits forgotten as Rosalyn rises, a figure of fierce resolve against the soft morning light. Rosalyn bursts in, finding her father leaning over Grandma Ruth, a rumpled lawyer with a clipboard nearby. "Just sign it, Mom. Rosalyn manipulated you." Father insists, his voice edged with desperation. Rosalyn steps between them, her voice sharp. "Get away from her." "You are a criminal, Dad," Rosalyn accuses, a folder of evidence ready to expose his deceit. As twilight descends, Rosalyn finds Eliza scrubbing the patio, dust motes swirling in the fading sunlight. Eliza declares, "I'm cleaning the patio. I want to start a new city." Rosalyn kneels beside her, taking up a brush as they work together, the sky ablaze with color. Eliza, with innocent curiosity, asks, "What should I draw first?" Rosalyn answers, "Draw us, Eliza. Draw it with the biggest, deepest roots you can imagine." Sunlight floods Rose's modern apartment, highlighting her disbelief as she stares at the letter. The letter's shaky handwriting hints at a hidden turmoil, a stark contrast to the minimalist decor. She clutches the letter, its words, 6 months echoing in her mind. A looming revelation, the sounds of city traffic create a constant reminder of the life she is trying to hold together. Rose's face is a mask of suppressed anger, hinting at a past she can't escape. Sunlight bathes Eliza's studio, illuminating canvases bursting with color. The air is thick with the scent of paint and classical music. Eliza, radiant with creative energy, glances up from her work, her eyes bright with inspiration. Rose folds the letter. A shadow of guilt crossing her face as she watches her aunt. Grandma Ruth and I are going out for lunch. Want to join us? Rose asks, her voice soft. The studio remains a haven of peace, untouched by the unspoken emotions between them. In the sterile shelter, despair permeates. Teresa sits hunched, her eyes devoid of light. The twins cling to Teresa's skirt, their small faces mirroring her profound sorrow. Rose studies her sister, seeking a glimpse of the woman she once knew. Rose asks, her voice soft yet firm, "Kevin's gone?" Teresa nods, tears welling in her eyes, a silent confirmation of her loss. Rose offers, her words a beacon. "I'll help you find a lawyer." Sunlight floods Grandma's kitchen, illuminating dust motes dancing around me. Across the table, Grandma's knitting needles click with steady rhythm. I ask, my voice soft, filled with worry, "Do you think she's changed?" Grandma's eyes meet mine, her words measured. "Can you fix a beam if the heartwood is gone?" My reply hangs in the air. "No, you replace it. See if there's heartwood left," Grandma says. "But don't bring her home until you know." Under a grey sky, Teresa stands by the shelter, a solitary figure against the drab landscape. Rose approaches Teresa hesitantly, the air thick with unspoken emotions. "Teresa," Rose says, her voice barely a whisper in the overcast park. Teresa acknowledges her with a simple, weary greeting. "Rose." Teresa sits on the park bench, her hands clasped tightly as sunlight and shadow dance around her, her gaze averted. I stand a short distance away, carefully observing her, a knot of tension tightening within me. "I lost everything," Teresa says, her voice laced with despair. "Kevin, he changed. He started drinking, blaming me. Then one night, he was just gone." I ask. The air is thick with humidity on Rose's patio as Teresa stands, her face streaked with grime and a single tear. Teresa's voice cracks with pain as she confronts Rose, the weight of her father's rejection heavy in the air. "Dad said I was on my own," Teresa says, each word a stinging accusation. The secret, now exposed, hangs between them like a poisoned dart, its venom palpable. "He hates me almost as much as he hates you now," Teresa confesses, her voice laced with despair and raw emotion. In Rose's tranquil patio, Teresa's earnest gaze meets Rose's, the air heavy with regretful confessions. Rose remains stoic, her face an unreadable mask as Teresa begins to speak. Teresa's voice cracks with remorse. "I'm sorry, Rose. I looked past your daughter because I was jealous." She admits, with shame, "I was jealous that she had you, that you were strong enough to be her mother." Teresa concludes somberly, "I'm sorry," her words hanging in the air like a plea for forgiveness. On the patio, Rose stands, unyielding, facing Teresa, the air heavy with unspoken history and unresolved tension. Rose's voice cuts through the silence. "What do you want, Teresa?" Teresa pleads. "I'm not asking for a check, Rose. I'm asking for a bridge." Rose offers, "I'll offer you a condo, rent-free for 3 months," her conditions hanging in the air. Rose pauses, the unspoken third condition creating a palpable weight between them.
Sunlight bathes the conference room as Rosalyn presents blueprints, her colleagues focused, the air buzzing with anticipation. Rosalyn gestures to the intricate designs of a suspension bridge, her passion evident in every movement. Marcus observes from the head of the table, his expression unreadable, adding to the palpable tension. The sudden silence amplifies the weight of Marcus's words, a storm brewing beneath the calm surface. "Rosalyn, could you step into my office?" Immediately, Marcus says, his tone cutting through the professional facade. A wave of unease washes over the room as all eyes turn to Rosalyn, a silent question hanging in the air. Marcus stands, a manila envelope in hand, his face an inscrutable mask as he confronts Rosalyn. Rosalyn's face pales as she examines the damning evidence. Bank statements and accusations of elder abuse. "The board has opened an ethics investigation, and you are placed on administrative leave," Marcus declares coldly. The weight of betrayal crashes over Rosalyn as the words echo in the charged silence of the office. Rosalyn exits, leaving Marcus alone with the evidence, the silence amplifying the depth of her vulnerability. Winter light chills the sterile boardroom as Grandma Ruth's image flickers on the screen. Her aged face a mask of fierce resolve. Her voice, weakened yet sharp, pierces the silence. "Richard is a liar and a thief," she declares, her words hanging in the air. "Rosalyn is innocent," Grandma Ruth continues, her eyes blazing with conviction despite the distance. A chilling threat underscores her defense. "If you side with my son, I will expose this firm." In the stark lobby, Rosalyn's face is etched with anxiety as she nervously checks her phone, unaware of the battle raging within. Her tight expression betrays the weight of uncertainty as she awaits a verdict that could
In the courtroom, Rose sits composed, a mask of calm hiding her inner turmoil as she awaits her father's fate. Richard, disheveled, is escorted in, his weary eyes betraying years of secrets and misdeeds. Jim whispers to Rose, his earnest words a fragile shield against the DA's damning evidence. Rose watches, her resolve firm, as Richard's carefully constructed facade crumbles under the weight of truth. In the stark visitor's room, Rose and Richard are separated by thick glass, their expressions strained with unspoken words and raw emotion. Richard pleads, "Rose, please, you have to drop the charges. My health is failing. I can't survive in here," Rose retorts coldly. "Your choices led you here, Richard." Richard explodes. "You're heartless. I'll fight this, Rose. I'll fight you." Rose declares, "My daughter's safety is all that matters." In Rose's backyard, Eliza and Teresa's sons plant tulip bulbs as the autumn foliage blazes in the afternoon sun. The air is crisp, carrying the scent of damp earth as Teresa expresses her gratitude. "Rose, I don't know how to thank you." Rose watches, replying, "I just wasn't willing to let the entire structure fall apart because the architect was a fraud." The freshly turned soil and vibrant leaves symbolize a new beginning. The garden becomes a symbol of rebuilding family relationship. Sunlight bathes the patio, highlighting vibrant tulips planted by Eliza and the twins. Teresa's silhouette dances in the kitchen window as she makes pancakes. The twins gaze in wonder at a newly installed birdhouse in the yard. Rosalyn sips her coffee, a wave of tranquility washing over her face. Peace descends as the family savor the morning. The shrill ring of the telephone pierces the peaceful atmosphere. Rosalyn, Teresa, and Eliza gather in Jim's office. Sunlight illuminating the anticipation hanging in the air. Jim adjusts his glasses, a solemn gesture before unveiling Grandma Ruth's last wishes. Dust motes dance in the sunlight. I, Ruth Eleanor, to my granddaughter Eliza, I leave the house at 12 Maple Street to be held in a permanent trust. Eliza's brow furrows, grappling with the weight of the gesture. A trust? A sense of security settles over them. Rosalyn, Eliza, Teresa, and the twins gather on the patio as evening descends, the air alive with the scent of jasmine. Eliza kneels, chalk dust swirling around her fingers as she meticulously draws a large tree on the stone. The tree's roots anchor firmly, a testament to strength and resilience. Eliza writes names inside the trunk. Mom, Eliza, Aunt Teresa, Grandma. Teresa watches, her voice filled with warmth. It's perfect. They built a home on courage and strength.